Around the Table on Harrison's Original, KHOC.
Welcome to Around the Table with Dan and Ann this fine Monday morning.
Monday.
You know, Mondays are always Monday.
There they are.
No matter how you look at it.
Yeah, I feel a little bit sleepy this morning.
Do you?
Yeah, like I should have slept in. Like I try to sleep in on the weekends. Do you? Do you sleep like an
Saturday.
extra hour or something?
Saturday.
Yeah.
Because Sundays get
Oh,
up
you got to
and
get
go.
up. Got to get up and go to church.
Yep. But Saturday. I love my Saturday
Oh,
because
yeah,
it's
dude.
just
Yeah.
most of the time.
What do you do?
laid back.
Coffee?
Yeah. And
Do
I'll
some
go
coffee?
sit back in my bed with my coffee and just chill.
Are you in your jammies?
Yeah, sure.
Uh,
Yes. It depends on how cold it is.
Well, yeah.
You know. But yeah.
I mean, you're in your comfy clothes.
I am in my comfy clothes.
Okay.
What about you?
Same. Yeah.
Okay.
I get up and I don't go back to bed to drink coffee or anything, but
Richard's sometimes still in bed. I get up and make the coffee, and
why is he in bed?
because he doesn't want to get up yet either.
I don't know what
That's kind of our day of you don't have to get up.
Yeah.
You don't have to
Kinda
get up
like
real quick.
Kelly and I kind of like to chill.
Exactly.
On Saturday, we chill out.
I like it a lot.
Yeah.
I think the older I get, the more I treasure it.
Didn't watch a football game though.
Okay.
We usually watch. I like to have a football game going on in the afternoon or something.
Oh, I think that's great for you, Dan.
Yeah.
I want to mention. I know people have heard about this. It was a terrible weekend for
a lot of people.
For traffic losses and wrecks. And, we want to extend our condolences certainly to those that lost their families.
Yeah.
And also to those that were involved in any way. I can't imagine, And it was really interesting because my son said, how did you let me get on a little motorcycle at 15 years old and drive to the high school from out 7 South? And I said, well, I prayed.
Yeah.
First of all, I prayed. But, I said, why do you think why do you think we made you go the back way? That type of thing.
Yeah, there's a balance between being safe and being overly protective, and
it's hard.
Yeah,
you gotta
it
let
is
your
hard.
kids go. But anyway, our sincerest.
Yeah, there's a severe wreck happened around Bear Creek Springs this weekend, and people we know were involved.
Yeah. And anyway, so I had a busy week. I had a busy day yesterday. I got home. I did church. I had to be at church at 7:15.
Oh boy!
To practice for this hour-long music program that we were doing. And then we did that 2 more times because we have 2 services.
Oh, okay.
Got home for about an hour. Had to go back to Messiah practice. Got home for about an hour. Went back to a party. Oh my God, I partied out and pooped.
Yeah, okay.
Anyway, what was your weekend like?
It was laid back. It was cold and it drizzled last night. I mean, it drizzled. So, if it's cold, I just don't do anything outside if it's
yucky.
Yucky.
Who wants to be out in the yuck?
Yeah, so did things in the house and laid around and.
You're lazy.
I know.
You know what though? You can be lazy on the weekend if you want to.
Well, yeah, and there's things to do. I've got a headlight out, so I was gonna work on that, and I didn't.
You boo-booed it off.
I know. I got lazy.
That's okay.
So it's me and the dogs and Kelly just chilling out and.
All right.
Fixing some. See what she makes. She made some kind of noodles, soup, chicken noodle soup, so homemade chicken noodle soup.
That's good stuff.
Yeah, and you packed it with chicken and
hearty.
You can't go to the grocery store and buy a can that's this good.
No. You need hearty.
Yeah, and it's lots of Parmesan cheese in it.
Yeah.
It's like
yeah.
and she had some cream. She put cream in it.
Yeah, I made it creamy.
Wow.
Game changer.
I wanted to go back and eat another big
Was that
bowl.
a game changer for you, Dan?
Kinda. I think I brought some for lunch too.
Oh, good for you.
Gonna eat some.
You're going to just gorge on it again. All right. Hey, we want to mention that New Country 102.9 still has Seasons of Caring going on and an opportunity to nominate someone to receive $500 from the gracious sponsors.
And we're pushing the heck out of this because we want everyone to benefit from it.
Yes.
And there's some slots available. There's money to be given away.
Yes. Yes.
This is better than going up to the line and getting a lottery ticket.
Well, there you go.
I mean, this is...
Well, tell them how to do it.
What you can do is register yourself or nominate someone else to receive the $500. We know things have been a little rough this year, and so along with our sponsors, I had the sponsors right here.
Well, I'm getting ready to find
Clean
them.
Right is one of them. No, you got the ones for... No, these
this is for 102.9.
102.9,
Equity Bank, Warren Welding, and Lighten Up Dispensary are all graciously donating some money to... When you nominate someone and they are selected, they will receive $500. Mm-hmm. Which, you know, what the whole point is, we want to know how that $500 would impact whoever you're nominating, and be specific, you know, if you can. Because
and our sponsors are happy to team up together to you know, better this season.
Right.
For people that need
some,
it.
Yeah.
Organizations are not eligible to win. Only individuals are eligible. And then previous winners are not eligible to win. And only one entry per nominee will be allowed. We kind of like to spread the money around a little bit.
Right.
Not give it to, you know, a group of people.
Right. You want everyone. You want people, other deserving people, to have the opportunity. Mm-hmm.
So you can go to KHOZ.com, and there's a way to nominate there.
You can do that. It may go to the KHOZ side, but we'll get it over to the right one.
Sure.
Or you can go to newcountry1029.com and submit it there.
Yes.
Either way, it will get to the appropriate place.
Okay.
Okay, I was writing down my sponsors. I had to take a second.
Okay.
Had to take a moment, Dan. Okay. You know, I'm looking out here. It looked snowy yesterday when I got out of church. It looks snowy today. What the heck's going on? There's no
It's
snow.
going to be cold tonight.
You think so?
It is.
Okay. Well, today is going to be cloudy through mid-morning, then gradual clearing with a high of 45. Tonight, mostly clear with a low of 31. Tuesday, sunny and high of 59, which will be a nice welcome respite from the coldness. Tuesday night, partly cloudy with a low of 42. And Wednesday, mostly sunny with a high of 55. Wednesday night, partly cloudy, low of 31.
Mm-hmm. And then Thursday, it's high of 57. With a little bit of wind gust up to 15 miles an hour, so expect a little breeziness there on Thursday. Thursday night, low 31, with some more breezy gusts.
Breezy.
Up to 15 miles an hour. Mostly sunny Friday with a high near 49 degrees. And then Friday night, low 18. We're in the teens.
I don't like the teens.
And then Saturday, the high is only going to get up to 39 degrees, and then the overnight low is 21, and then Sunday, high of 39.
Well, just put your britches on, your warm britches, because here we are.
Okay.
We're in
No snow or rain in the forecast for the next 7 days, but who knows?
I would take snow if we're going to be cold, especially that 18-degree weather. Let's have some snow on the ground.
I love a snowy day when it's just calm as it can be.
It's pristine outside.
Yeah, the sun's out, shining.
Oh, and it's all sparkly.
Yeah.
Oh, I can just envision it, Dan.
You can put your snowshoes on and trek for 20 miles. That's a little much, but...
You go ahead.
No.
You know, no one's putting limits on it.
I was picturing you doing all this.
Well, you pictured wrongly.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. We should.
Let me say that. Okay, please, go ahead and talk about it.
I was going to do the topic to ponder.
Okay,
now, these are your topic to ponders.
They are.
These are yours. And this is, I'm really surprised that you went political this week. These are political.
They are, but you only have to say what you have to say.
Okay. All right.
So let me do something here, and we'll get into it.
Get up, get moving, get those thinking caps on. It's time to ponder this topic.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay. Here is today's topic to ponder. Do you keep your beliefs quiet or passionately announce them publicly?
All right.
Beliefs. I'm not saying that's even political. It could be your religious
well,
beliefs. It
I
could be
think
any
these
of that,
were-
but it's probably geared towards.
Yeah, and
Politics.
I wrote a lot of these,
Okay, good. Probably.
so they wouldn't be too controversial and
Okay.
too. I
Thank
want
you.
people to understand. So
Yeah.
anyway, did you see my little graphic here? The guy's voting for,
Vote for
Kenny-Jacks or
What's that
Kenny-Ax.
What is that?
Vote for Kenny-Ax.
What is
I
that?
have no idea what that is. I input this information using an AI tool.
Oh,
And
right.
I don't tell them anything.
Yeah.
I say basically have a person who is holding a sign, and it's politically motivated. That's all I say.
Well, we're not even sure what a Caniac is.
Well, he thinks it's important. And, some of the signs that we see are like, what does that mean?
Right.
And we go, okay, all right. And we have some responses.
Oh, do we?
We have some, yeah.
What are they, Dan?
My wife, Kelly, says, and the topic to ponder question is, do you keep your beliefs quiet or passionately announce them publicly? And my wife, Kelly, says, when it makes sense, I keep my beliefs quiet. However, when my beliefs align with my values, it feels like a self-betrayal. Then my voice could help others.
Okay.
Okay? And then your brother posted...
He posted a picture.
He posted a picture, and it says, this should explain a lot. And it's
yeah.
a picture of a guy in a red hat with sunglasses and a
That's my brother.
is that your brother?
Yes.
And he's got skulls.
Well, he's at the No Kings
I
rally
see the
is
sign.
what the point was of that whole thing.
And I don't
So
know what
he's-
that means.
Well, it
it's
was-
like
it was
Caniacs. What's that mean?
Did you not know about the No King? They had it was a protest, and it's basically against Trump, is what it
Oh, okay.
was. But yeah, so he said this should explain everything because he's loud and proud with his.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
And that's the two we've got.
Okay.
Oh, wait a minute. I think there's one more.
Oh.
Let me see. I think I've got one more. Yeah. Jim Bumgardner says, at this stage of life, and after lots of observations, experience, and effort, I've come to the conclusion that action speaks louder than words. So I take action on issues I feel I can assist with. Otherwise, I keep my lip zipped on the socials.
I keep my lips zipped on a lot of things on social media just because people are rude and they get really, really brave when they're behind a keyboard and not to your face.
Yeah.
So you know what?
And they want you to argue with them.
They do, and I'm like, I'm not doing that. I'm not jumping into that. That's not my monkey, not my circus.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Let's see. Do you keep your beliefs quiet or passionately announce them publicly? We want to know what you think.
We do.
And people may not respond to this because they want to keep their opinions
They may,
quiet.
and that's perfectly fine, So, and please, if you know what a Caniac is, explain that to us.
That's AI. You'll have to ask AI. What is a
AI.
Caniac?
Yeah.
Caniac.
I was trying to make it a Canjack at first, but that's an I.
No,
isn't
that's an I there.
it? Okay.
Caniac.
I'm taking that graphic down because that's just weird. Okay. So moving on, but first I do want to mention before we go to Today in History, we want to remind you that our show Around the Table is sponsored by Stone Bank, Boulder Banking, right here in Harrison, Arkansas.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to move on.
We're doomed to repeat ourselves, so let's find out what happened today in history.
With the unbounding determination
Dun,
of
dun, dun, dun,
our
dun.
people, we will gain the inevitable triumph, so help us God.
84 years ago, a day after the surprise attack on Pearl Harbor, President Roosevelt told Congress America had no choice but to fight back. Only one congressman voted against declaring war. The Senate unanimously supported the war declaration.
And then 64 years ago today, the Beach Boys' first single, Surfin', was released. That was back in 1961.
Okay.
His head was held high. He had kind of a sort of a smile almost. I think he intended to kill John Lennon.
Okay, 45 years ago, John Lennon was shot to death outside his New York City apartment building. His attacker, Mark Chapman, had been hanging around the neighborhood for several days and had even gotten Lennon's autograph there. Sean Strub watched police take Chapman away.
And then also on the same news story, 45 years ago, John Lennon was shot and killed outside the New York apartment. Fans quickly gathered nearby to sing in his memory.
Okay.
Urgent measures are being taken to help all those affected by this terrible tragedy, and I have to be there in this effort.
37 years ago, Soviet leader Mikhail Gorbachev, cut short a visit to the U.S. after an earthquake in Armenia killed an estimated 25,000 people. Gorbachev spoke through a translator.
The greatest Christmas present we have is the finest military the world's ever known.
This is back in 2014, 11 years ago, after 13 years, and U.S. and NATO officially ended their combat mission in Afghanistan. Not long after President Obama met with a small group of U.S. troops to personally thank them for their service.
Okay.
Brittany Griner was transferred into U.S. custody. Now, the prisoner swap took place on an airport tarmac in the United Arab Emirates. That was the agreed-upon neutral point for a U.S. government plane carrying arms dealer Victor Bout to meet up with a Russian aircraft carrying the 32-year-old American basketball star.
3 years ago, Russia freed WNBA star Brittany Griner in a high-profile prisoner exchange with the U.S., which released Russian arms dealer Victor Bout. More from CBS News chief foreign affairs correspondent. That was Margaret Brennan. Okay.
They think you're an assassin. They will kill you.
Birthday cut actress Kim Basinger was born on this day in 1953. She is 72 today. Her roles include a first lady who is having an affair with a Secret Service agent in the Sentinel.
Let's see. We can't do our next three, but here they are. Singer Ingrid Michaelson was born this day in 1979. She's 46. Girls Chase Boys was one of her hits.
And then rapper and singer Onika Tanya Mara was born in this day in 1982, 43 years ago. You may know her better for her stage name, Nicki Minaj.
And lastly, country singer Sam Hunt was born this day in 1984. He's 44.
Okay.
Body like a back road.
Yeah, that's what I feel like right there.
All right. We, in the studio, have Truman Copeland, and he's running for the Arkansas State House of Representatives for District 5.
District 5, yeah.
And then up after him, we will have Wanda Massengale with the Pet
of the Week. All right.
We invite you to stay with us. We'll be back after these messages right here on Around the Table with Dan and Ann. Welcome back to Around the Table with Dan and Ann. And
I was jamming.
you were, and I had to get our guest to. I said,
Yeah.
punch him. He did a fine job. I probably would have
I did
punched
the
him
same-
just a little harder.
I did the same thing in school. Kids would have to poke me. The teacher's talking. You need to pay attention.
Whatever, Dan. In the studio, we have Truman Copeland, and he's running for the Arkansas State House of Representatives for District 5. And you're in to talk about your candidacy, and we want to know what made you decide to do it, for one, and what your vision is. But tell us why you've decided to run for that.
Yeah, so a big reason why I decided to run, of course, I'm a United States Marine Corps veteran. I'm a disabled veteran. And so one of the things that I did in the service whenever I decided to run, whenever I decided to join up, I wanted to serve 20, 30 years. And of course, taking some injuries, I can't do that anymore. And so I continued to want to have this passion to serve my country. And I think that that's one of the big reasons. But I've kind of frayed away from it a little bit, and then I felt like a Jonah kind of running away. And then I got on a boat, and
You went to Nineveh.
And eventually I said, you know what? Send me. I'm going to go do it. I'm
Okay.
going to do
wow.
what I'm supposed to do, what you're calling me to do.
Well, I'm
Wow.
sure that was a big decision. I mean, it's you're doing, you're representing our district for the states. I mean, you're battling the big stuff down there in Little Rock. Have you had any experience with that? I mean, you know what you're getting into.
Oh, yeah. So I don't have any necessarily political experience, but I have talked to some of these political action committees, and I actually even went to a class on Saturday, and one of the things that they were kind of teaching us in the class was that some things that I completely disagree with. I don't think that you need to fight dirty, but I do think you need to be bold. I think that you need to have bold statements and actual policy that you're going to stand behind, and actually be able to fight the guys that just want the same status quo. If you want the best for your people.
You know, in today's day and age, you hear politicians in general speak a lot about what they're going to do, but you never see it come to fruition. And so your viewpoint is, I want to make it happen. Okay, that's good.
Well, what do you see in our district that I mean, you're representing the people here.
Absolutely.
Is there any messages that you want to take to Little Rock?
Yeah. So one of the big messages that I want to take. So a huge push in the entire country, but especially here in Arkansas, is trying to remove state income tax. I hear all of the time, that's what I want to do. I never hear the why or how. And if we just eradicate state income tax, we're going to find taxes everywhere else to replace it. And so we have to first create transparency. Of course, whenever I decided to run, I did a lot of research, and it's very hard to get into the nitty-gritty of exactly where this money is getting spent. You can find out, we're sending this much money here and this much money there, but then, okay, well, what does the book say? I know as an individual citizen, whenever I decide to itemize my taxes, I better have receipts.
Right.
And I don't see any receipts. I don't think that it's necessary for an Arkansan to put in a Freedom of Information Act to get these receipts. And I think that they should be open
To the public. Yeah.
It's the money that I pay in, it's the money you guys pay in,
Right.
it's the people that pay in here. And then once we find out and have that transparency, then we can say, okay, well, this and this and this and this can go because you're spending $100 per pen because you just want to have fancy pens. And I think that that's ridiculous. And I can speak from experience being in the Marine Corps for 2 years. I did kind of like a supply side thing with hazardous material. And one of the things that I noticed was a bag of 100 rivets would cost $10,000. It's like,
wow.
I guess I'm in the wrong business, and it's because we put too much red tape on things, and then there's not enough transparency with the people. And of course, now that's a federal thing, but it's going to be the same stuff with the state. And so we just need to create that transparency first, and then we can work back off of that transparency to actually give the money of the Arkansan back to the
I think Elon Musk did something similar to that with Doge, and he got frustrated and.
Well, it didn't change anything. You know,
he may have changed. He may have opened people's eyes to the
Yes.
fact that there was waste and fraud and abuse. But I think that he came across the same type of situation where he would look at the books, and there was open checks given to organizations, and there was no receipts or itemizations or whatever in the books.
Right.
That's what you're talking about.
Yeah, and if we can get audited here in Arkansas, well, why can't we audit our government?
Yeah, sure.
Our government is for us. We're not for our government, and we need to get back on.
Now, is that your main platform?
My main platform is actually education. I'm in college right now. I'll be graduating with an associate's on Friday, but I'm going to become a social studies teacher for high school. And my things that I love talking and teaching people about civics, and I love teaching people about personal finance. And so I think that those two things coincide together really well. But at the same time, it's one of those things that we talk a lot about our education. And our education, we just recently, the last 6 months, we've came out and we found that we have some of the lowest test scores that we've ever have as a nation, which means that we're failing. And one of the things that there's a few studies out there, and they all kind of come together and say this, come to the same conclusion. From 1950 to 2015, we've doubled the amount of students, we've tripled the amount of teachers, and we've octupled the amount of administration. So it kind of just shows that every time we increase the funding to education, it doesn't go back to the students, it goes to an administration. And sometimes that administration, of course, you go through the study a little bit more, that administration can go into, say, it might add a few janitorial staff, or it might add some cafeteria ladies, it might add some of these, some of other positions that might be necessary, but I don't see the correlation of if we doubled students, why did we octuple administration?
Right.
I think we can lower that and then fix and give that money back to the students in a way that actually matters to them.
Yeah.
Well, so you have obviously an interest in it because you are a student. Are you here at North Ark?
That's what I'll be graduating at on Friday.
Well, congratulations on that.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
And you're kind of like wanting to just hit the ground running with this, don't you?
So you say you've been going door to door.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Been going door to door talking to people, and I think that's the most important thing. Is I think people don't feel like they've been heard, and I know whenever I was in the Marine Corps and I was fighting against getting the COVID-19 vaccine, I reached out to my congressmen and my senators, and I never got anything back. And so it felt like I was on my island, and I had to fight, and I had to fight against the Department of Defense. I had to fight all the way up to, at that point, I believe it was Floyd Austin. That was the Secretary of Defense at the time. And it was just, I had to fight and fight and fight and fight to not get that COVID-19 vaccine. And I eventually got out, but at the very beginning, they straight up told me, if you don't do it, you'll get a dishonorable discharge.
Right.
Yeah.
Of course, nobody got out dishonorably because of it, but there have been people that got kicked out of the Marine Corps because of it. And on either side of the thing, I believe that if you believe that you needed it to be safe, that's good for you to go get it. But I believe that at that time, I was 25 years old, and I was fit as a Marine, and it would have zero effect on me. And the studies came out and was showing that the vaccine would actually cause more issues, not less.
And we've found out quite a bit from it now.
Right. But I mean, that fast tracking just kind of smeared over all that, you know. So that was kind of diabolical. But you don't feel like you want to have to. You didn't. How am I going to say this? You had a choice, but they were taking away your choice to keep you in the career you wanted to be in. So, yeah, that's. Anyway, well, you are very much for transparency.
Yes.
I think Dan and I speak on that same level. We think that everything should be more transparent, and you want to help a true desire to help the citizens that you're working for sure.
So what's next for you?
So
just more campaigning, and how can people get a hold of you, and how can people connect with you?
Yeah, so you can go to my website at votecopeland.com, and you can go click on contact. I've got a phone number on there you can call, and I've got an email there that you can send an email to, and I check that email 5 times a day. And my phone's kind of been a little funky, so if I don't get back to you, I will give you a call back.
Okay.
And so those are 2 great areas. And then AR Vote Copeland on Facebook is my Facebook page.
Okay.
And I'm constantly posting things on there too.
Okay.
So you can
and they can
know a
reach
little
out
bit
that
more.
way as well.
You can reach out that way as well.
Okay.
And you have several that are running for the same position.
Yes.
And we're trying to talk to all of you, you know, just to give you a little bit of a platform. So we appreciate that you came in this morning.
Yeah. Anything else you want to say to our listeners and viewers out there?
Arkansas is ranks 51st on voter turnout, which means that there's 50 states. We rank even behind the District of Columbia whenever it comes to voter turnout. Your voice matters.
Yeah.
And the only way that you can give that voice is to get registered to vote and go vote.
Okay. And I agree 100%.
Yeah.
Put up or shut up.
Yeah.
so to speak.
And it's so easy to vote nowadays.
Yeah.
Back several years ago, you had to go to a district, you had to find out where it was at, and you know.
It was a little more complicated.
More complicated.
Early voting starts when?
It starts February 17th.
February 17th. You can vote early then or wait till Election Day, which is March 3rd. Okay. Well, it's nice to meet you, Truman. Thank you for being on the show. We are glad to be able to feature you here.
Good luck to you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. We're going to go to another break, and when we return, we'll have Wanda Massengale in the studio with the Pet of the Week. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Around the Table with Dan and Ann. We have in the studio Wanda Massengale, and she comes...
And Hillary Hickman.
And Hillary Hickman. I am so sorry, Hillary. Hillary's not normally in here.
That's okay.
Oh, let
I
me
have
give you a
the
mic.
toys.
You don't even need that either. That's okay.
I have the toys. She has the baby.
Well, Wanda's in here with the Ozark Humane Society with the Pet of the Week, and it is a precious little kitten named Mustard.
Mustard does not have a tail, and he's got 2 different color of eyes.
And
He doesn't have a tail?
No, he's so cute.
He looks like a baby bobcat.
You need this will be 10 for you.
Listen, if we're keeping tally. And you know what? I'm struggling today mentally, and this is what I needed.
Okay.
And as soon as I pulled up, I said, oh, Kylie, there's a kitten in here. And so my daughter had to come in here, too, because this is therapy.
Okay.
He is sweet. He is just purring. I know you can't hear him,
Well,
but
you should be
he's
able to.
adorable.
He wants love.
His adoption fee until the 15th is $45, and then the Bissell Empty Shelters program ends for right now, and then it'll be $75. He's not ready to go because he's not been fixed, but a person can put $10 down and hold him, and if a person puts $10 down now, I'm sure that the $45 would still be honored until then. December adoption is 1 dog, 1 cat.
Wow.
And they've got 26 dogs in-house right now and 23 cats, 49. I want to mention the angel trees are at Hudson's Grocery, Signature Bank, Boone County Vet, Harrison Animal Clinic, Nature's Wonder, Pal Feed, Bypass Liquor, Calls
Everywhere.
for Paws at Thrift Shop. Christmas pet pictures is at Calls for Paws Thrift Shop this Saturday from 12 to 4, and it's and then the 20th of December, and it's a $10 donation. The spay and neuter clinics, December 17th, which I'm sure they're full. Brenda and I just signed her dog up to be fixed January the 9th.
Perfect.
January 16th, February 4th, and February 27th. I do want to mention that I'm not getting into any politics here. I'm just telling you I'm just saying what I was told, and I can't deal right now with any fussing and fighting. I've got enough going on. But the county is voting to not give the Humane Society $3,000, which the Humane Society usually gets a year because they say they don't take the county animals. However, they have had 28 dogs dumped out there and 60 surrendered from the county this year.
Wow.
But they are not taking pets from the county, so they're not going to get the $3,000. So if anyone knows any JPs before the vote this week, tonight or tomorrow, I don't even remember what they said. I would try to get that reversed because if they did not take all the animals that they do, county, city, it makes no difference. It will become the county's problem.
Right.
My opinion.
Yes, I agree.
Okay.
And then the cat tower, they have cats down there, but they're going to take them out and get cat pictures for, the Christmas pictures.
Right.
And they'll put them back January 2nd. I had not mentioned the cat tower in a while, and I thought about that the other day.
The cat tower is basically a large holding area.
It's a skyscraper.
Yeah. It's a huge area, and they put one cat in there.
One or two.
One
Yeah,
or two
they
different
do.
ones. To feature them.
And then Holly Osier told me that if things don't change, and I'm sure this means financial, that Gaither Rescue is in danger of not being in existence.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
And they have everything just like the Humane Society does. They have Labradoodles, Chihuahuas, Chiweenies. I think a full-blooded Shih Tzu. I don't know the history on any of them. Like I do the Humane Society, I don't know. I just know the animals.
The animals need our help.
They need our help, and Gaither Rescue really does help the Humane Society and vice versa. By being in existence.
Right.
Yep.
That's just it. So.
I do want to mention that this precious cat.
I'm going to cry.
This cat
Inquisitive,
is like
isn't he?
inquisitive. And I can hear I can hear him purring, and he's a bobtail, and he is absolutely precious.
I did.
Giving me kisses.
Asphalt is still there, and Carson, the little dog that the firemen are still there, because I did ask about that. Beans and Whiskers Cat Cafe, people can adopt out of that. And Ruth Davis has got right under 20 cats that she rescued from Mount Hershey that still needs homes.
You know, and all that comes down to, I know there's accidents that happen, but be a responsible pet owner or whatever and get your animals spayed and neutered. This would not be a problem if everyone would just take that to heart.
Yes. You know, in some areas of the country, they don't have any problems like this.
No, because they Mustard's his name. I don't know.
Yeah.
They other parts enforce spay and neuter and abuse laws.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, they do. There's if you break the law in those places with animal abuse or whatever, you're prosecuted.
Do you think people in other parts of the country respect their animals more than we do here?
Well, they must, or they wouldn't be getting them fixed.
All right. Well, that's something to think about.
Because, that's a good point. But, I mean, I know from my research, and I do research this stuff. I just don't come in and, I try to look things up and all that. But the adoption fees out of other Ozark Humane Society and Rescues are a lot more than they are here.
Yeah.
Well, we need to do better.
It'd be nice to have some research numbers to see where Arkansas and maybe our area, how we fit into the whole thing.
Well, and I'm curious as to why. Why is Arkansas, why are we so...
I don't know.
Behind?
Crappy.
There's a lot of vouchers that can be given to someone to help with the cost. I know Brenda, hers was $25, and she could have maybe got a voucher, but we just signed her up, sitting out in the lobby, $25, and that's pretty reasonable.
Yeah, very much so. Wanda, I want you to remind people of how they can support the Ozark Humane Society besides getting their pets spayed and neutered.
People can donate at Harrison Animal Clinic, and also the food at Pal Feed. And the $3,000 really would help.
If someone wants to give monetarily to the Humane Society.
There's a donate button on the Facebook page, because I was trying to find the link to sign Brenda's dog up, and it has a blue button. I think it says donate, so a person can donate there. And I know they need cat litter, canned food. It's the same thing. It's just a different day.
Yeah. And if the county money is not going to be there, then you're going to be $3,000 in the hole.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, and another way is to go to Cause for Paws.
Right,
because
donate and
those
shop.
Sales directly go to the Humane Society.
Yeah. That's what kept the Humane Society open during COVID, was the donations. Look at that. I
want to mention little Mustard.
He is so personality, full of it.
He is adorable.
He's playful.
He
he's
was
sweet.
He was caught. He needed rescued. He was abandoned, or his mom, he didn't have a home, and they caught him and brought him.
Hillary, he has a new home.
Oh
if
my
you'll
gosh!
Take him.
Listen, I'm fighting the urge so bad today.
I will split the cost with you.
Oh
boy!
I'm telling you what, he is. I'm telling you, if you have a kid and they want a kitten, this is it, because he is sweet.
Yeah.
Just in this 2-minute interview, he has not stopped purring. He plays with my fingers. He's kissed me. I mean, he's just a sweet baby.
Yeah. What a great Christmas present
Yes.
for your child.
If you get him on visitation, right?
Okay.
But you got to remember, if you do adopt a pet,
there's care.
Be responsible, because there is care that goes along with that, and you don't want to have that poor animal end up how it got to the Humane Society in the first place.
Yes.
But
this little thing is.
And his tail is already bobbed. Come on.
And I already have a bobtail, so I mean they would match. You know what I mean?
She's convincing herself.
I would name him Bob.
He honestly looks like a little baby bobcat.
Yeah, he does.
He does. He's adorable, y'all.
So
and I know, because I have bobcats in my area. I caught one in a live trap at my house after it destroyed a bunch of birds.
Okay. Well, we're going to remind you that Mustard is available for adoption soon.
And
Put your down payment down.
I'd like to say something else, if that's
Okay.
Sure.
We need to all pray for the people involved in those wrecks
Well,
Friday.
we mentioned that this morning. So
Well,
yeah.
somebody that you're related to is
My little brother was the red truck, and his best friend
Yeah.
was killed right beside him.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
It's a very
horrible.
hard time and very heavy on our hearts for sure. So, all right. Well, Wanda, thank you for being here, and Hillary for coming in and baby bobcat sitting.
yeah, sweet
But
baby.
we're going to go to another break, and we'll be back after these messages. Stone Bank is our sponsor for Around the Table. Thank you, Stone Bank. Welcome back to the last, 15 or so minutes of Around the Table for this Monday,
About
December 8th.
7 minutes.
Okay, 7 minutes.
6.5.
Why don't you get picky, Dan?
6 minutes, 27, 6, 5, 4.
Y'all, I have to put up with this. Like every Monday through Friday.
Hey, deal with it.
I do.
It's not going to get any better. And it could get worse.
You know what? If it gets worse, I'm going to kick you. I don't know what I'm going to do.
Okay. Have you heard this story about the butter flavored ice cream where they dip a cone in butter?
No, Dan.
People on social media are going crazy about this. They're upset about it.
Oh, okay.
There's a grocery store that's dipping ice cream in butter, and it's dividing the internet. If people don't have enough to complain about, let's get on the internet and bash somebody that's decided to offer a flavor.
Does it affect you?
Yeah, that's the problem. Everybody's got an opinion. They've got to talk about it. Anyway, talk about a grocery store, a supermarket chain in the Northeast, just looked at a perfectly innocent vanilla soft serve cone and asked, but what if we dunked it in melted butter? That kind of sounds good to me.
Okay.
But for some other people, it would be, maybe a little gross.
Yeah.
But don't complain if I do it and you don't.
I don't care if you do it.
Yeah, really.
Now
social media is having a full meltdown. People commented on the butter-dipped ice cream saying, why do I want to try this? Just because you American doesn't mean you should. One commenter summed it up perfectly. Why do Americans be acting like we got free health care? What the heck?
This is just ridiculous that people are all up in everybody else's business
I hope
and it doesn't affect you.
Someday we look back on this idiotic social media meltdown that people are having and say, whew, I'm glad that's over with.
No kidding. For sure. Well, I want to mention a story about a woman finds some money in a thrift store piggy bank.
Mm-hmm.
So one woman's trash is another woman's treasure is the takeaway there. And by treasure, we mean $2,000. The $28 in $2,028 in cold, hard cash. A woman named Katrina posted on TikTok that she bought a vintage, hideous piggy bank for about $11. She found money stuffed inside when she popped the plug. She called it the best thrift idea ever. How about that? I'm really bad. I'll donate clothes and I forget to go through the pockets.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I know of stuff I've not donated. I found money in it. Maybe not $2,000.
Yeah.
I hope I know where my $2,000 is. But what a find.
Yeah.
Why not?
There must have been some paper money in there too, because that would have been a pretty heavy bank for $2,000 if it was coins.
No, it probably wasn't coins.
Yeah.
But maybe they shoved dollars. I don't know. That was her hiding spot.
Yeah, I'd love to.
Wouldn't you like to do that?
Payola. People are so far in debt that they're opting to pay their bills instead of buying Christmas presents this year.
Well, don't you feel okay?
Yeah.
I'm kind of on board with that.
Yeah.
You have to live within
at some
your
point.
means,
At some point, you have to stop the bleeding, right?
Yeah.
Forget the fuzzy socks and scented candles. Americans are keeping it brutally honest about what they really want for the holidays. Their bills to be paid. Mm-hmm. According to a Talker research survey of 5,000 people, 58% would rather unwrap an envelope of cold, hard cash, preferably about $600. Thank you very much. Than literally anything else. This year, nothing says happy holidays quite like someone covering your rent or chipping away at that credit card debt.
Yeah.
I get it.
Your family will be okay. And you can You can
Hey.
honor them at Christmas in some other way besides.
Sure. Make
that, I
them
think.
something to eat.
Or make them your own gift of some sort. I don't know. You know,
Yeah.
make them something to eat, whatever. Yeah.
Mhm.
You know, we've talked about Whammo before. Well, federal regulators are expanding their investigation into Whammo after the company's self-driving cars kept illegally passing
Oh,
stopped
yeah.
school buses in Austin and Atlanta, with at least 20 incidents in Austin alone this year. Whammo claimed they fixed the problem in November, but last week a Whammo robo-taxi casually drove a passenger straight through an active LAPD felony arrest
Uh-oh.
at 3:40
Yeeks.
a.m. On body cam video, you can see the car glide past a suspect lying face down on the ground while officers had their guns drawn. Maybe we're not quite ready to let the robots handle all the driving.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. What are you
All right.
looking at? Are you
I'm
double checking me,
I'm
man?
checking you out.
Okay, you just
I'm
go
making
ahead.
sure that you've got the right buttons pushed
Thank
over there.
you, sir.
You know, we're buying less and spending more.
Yeah.
Okay, new government data confirms that our wallet already knew we stopped partying like it was 1999. We were waiting for this report in October because of the government shutdown. It only just dropped Friday. It found that we're buying less stuff, but we're spending more because prices are too darn high.
Yep.
And that's just about it.
That's it.
All right.
Today's National Brownie Day, anniversary of the Hollywood sign, Kennedy Center honors, Golden Globe nominations, and a multitude of other things. We also, before we leave, want to mention again, thank you Stone Bank, Boulder Banking right here in Harrison, Arkansas, for being our show sponsor.
See you tomorrow.
Stone Bank has presented today's Around the Table program.